because you have your marker, you have your side, and your back lights. So you have 3 items up there. So I thought I drilled it 1 inch, but well, we didn't hit the water tank, so we must be in a good spot. Now the tricky part is getting this wire, because I don't fit under this floor. So let's hope I don't get stuck here today. That took a lot longer than I thought. Okay, so welcome back to another video, everybody. I have, if you watched previous video, I got all the wiring done for that front light, and I really liked how those switches fit in the dash, and I've never had time to really get that done. So I'm gonna finish that up now. I'm gonna get the whole dash all nice lights, just like it'd be like from the factories. The way I wired it in the beginning is, let me show you. So you have a junction box up here and one up front. Basically this junction box serves as a point to allow, because you have your marker, you have your side, and your back lights. So you have 3 items up there. So it just allows a place to come into and then go to the back, and then it branches off from there as well. It's just a clean way to do it. The only problem was, from my electrical panel, it runs out and runs up, and then from the electrical panel it runs up front to the switch. So I got all these wires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the wires from the electrical panel, because it'll be enough, and I'm going to just pop it right into the cab, right where the switches will be. So there's no 2 wires going the same direction. And then my new wire will run from there up to the front. That'll give me 10 hot wires, because I ran, remember the 3 12 gaugers that I ran last week's video, and that was for the air compressor and all that. I'm going to use those for 12 volt lines, and that will give me lots of power up front, because I'm going to have a fuel tank and everything there for the trip. So lots of options. And then that will be the only wire to the box, electrical box, and then there will be the 120 volt shore power, and that's it. Way cleaner, way simpler. I need to figure out which one of these wires is going to come out. This is my new one, and that other one looks like that. It's a 4 wire, which I believe it's this one here. So I'm gonna get a few tools and disassemble this. I've run into a bit of a predicament here. The hole I drilled before was too small. I thought I drilled it 1 inch, but I think it was a little off. What I'm going to do is drill a hole beside that, and that will become a main throughway for these wires, because I only have 2 more to run out there, and I'm hoping that's going to be it. So I'm going to get that hole drilled. You saw that in last week's video. It's nothing exciting, just pop a quick hole there, and then we'll run everything up to the cab, and then from the cab we'll decide where we're going to go from there. So it might end up being too wet to lay on the ground, because we literally last night just like a big thunderstorm came rolling through, which is wild. Made everything wet, if you could believe it. Yeah, and then once I do that, then all I have to do is grab that other wire, pull her in, and we're done. So let's get this problem solved, then we'll work on the next one. This is the wire I'm going to be using. It's 7-wire trailer wire, but it has 2 10-gauge. Yeah, what does it have? Yeah, 2 10-gauge, 1 12, and 4 14s. So because I need 10-gauge for the front lights, and then I'm going to use probably the 12-gauge for the side lights, because there's 4 of those. It'll draw quite a bit of power. And then the back and the marker lights, I'll use a 14 or something for that. So I'm going to get this run. Well, we didn't hit the water tank, so we must be in a good spot. Hopefully. Let's go inside and make sure we're measured accurately. It's quite risky because the water tank's here, and I thought this one was going to be farther away than from the stud than it was, but I was like right on this stud, so that's all good. We'll go see if we hit anything major. There's no water coming out yet, so should be good. Perfect. Right where I wanted it. That little hole right there. Now the tricky part is getting this wire, because I don't fit under this floor. So let's hope I don't get stuck here today. Okay. Another thing, when I went to town, I bought these switches. They were only $10 a piece, and they're not, I'll show you the, so this is the switch. If you can see, that came out of Australia. It has a light, and they're kind of fancy. And then these were the ones that I matched as close to be. So I think they'll just do fine, and they fit in the little hole. And I think what I'll do is I'll probably order a few more of these, because they only had 4 and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I only need 2 more. I might get 3 more, and then they match and you have a spare. So, but I think that's the cleanest install I've ever done, besides everything behind me that needs a bit of work. But other than that, the roof is leaking. Other than that, I think I have to go bed the cows. It rained here last night, and I feel bad. They kind of a little bit damp, so I'll probably see you guys tomorrow, and we will finish this project up. It's been a minute since I've seen you guys. It's been like, I was gonna do it the next day and get it all wrapped up, and then, you know, work gets in the way and all that. So yeah, now what I have to do, that I have these wires run, this wire goes to the roof. I believe it's these 3, back, front, and side. And then I have an extra one that goes up there. And then this goes to the box. So I'm going to bring an individual power for one of these, which would be the side lights. And then the back lights will get their own individual on their own fuse. And then, marker lights. Yeah, so I'll do marker lights probably over here. So, and I'll tie that in with the other switch thing that I have to worry about. So, not too hard, not too complicated. So I'm gonna just get her I think I'll just strip like 5-6 inches, and that's gonna let me have enough to shove back in there and deal with what I gotta deal with. So I believe those are my 10 gauge wires, and then these, I don't know. And then 112 and 3/4. I think I'll take the 14 gauge, and it'll get run over here for the other stuff, which I don't know really the best way. I wonder. I don't want to split this whole loom, I think. Okay, it's raining now. And I don't really want to sit in the cab with the door closed while I'm doing this wiring because you're in and out. So I'm going to move inside and finish up this part. Because basically I ran the wire from here and then I left it long because I was waiting to finish up the floor, like just kind of making it all nice. I have a track that runs down there. So I think that's all good. Up to here, I'm gonna snip this wire, and then I'm gonna use this new 12 volt fuse holder for all this wiring. And this stuff runs everything internal. This will be everything external. Keeps it simple, and then I just have like 6 gauge wire that runs between those two hots, and then it's a 6 gauge over to my Victron Lynx distributor system. So, and then one other thing, this battery disconnect broke on me, so I have another one that I found. Almost broke it too. I found in my storage unit that I'm gonna put in today probably. So I measured this out. I'm gonna leave it long. I've always regretted leaving it short, so longer the better. I have a bit of buffer up front, like in the middle cab. So say I want to put a junction there down the road for whatever reason. Maybe I want to just pull this half, what's in here, down and out. Right now it works, but down the road, like, I don't want to kick myself in the future. So I have lots there, and then I have lots in the cap. So I'm just going to cut this here, and then that leaves me enough excess for other projects, which I'm hoping this is probably the last major wiring until the refit, when I do like plugs and sockets for the 120 system. But most of the other stuff will stay the same. Okay, I have my little diagram I pulled from the front. I used blue because it's the 12. It'd be nice if they marked it on there, but I'm just assuming it's the 12 because there's 2 10s, a 12, and 4 14s. Yeah, so blue is for that. So I'm not going to use a lot of heat shrink. It's inside, but just enough that these will be held. So let's get this done. That took a lot longer than I thought. So I got the switches all done up nice. I got all the wiring finished, and I pulled all that old wiring out from previous. So I went from 4 2 wires that took forever to run because I thought, oh, it was cheaper. Turned out to be more expensive because I had to pull it all out, and I put one singular 7 wire in, and it did everything, and it made it really clean now. So we just gotta wait to test them out on the road, see what they do, and they will be very handy for the Yukon trip. So I think now though I'm gonna turn my focus on building some fence lines, and that tank and toolbox is progressing nicely out of Ontario there. That tank's coming along well. It should be finished up this week, and we will just wait till I fly home to grab it, and it'll all be set up. It'll just be plug and play, and I got my 3 wires. When I ran my wire for the air compressor, I ran 3 separate wires so I can do power to the pump and to the, I bought a fuel gauge, so the pump will sit and then the fuel gauge. So that'll be in later videos, probably maybe June. I'll show you when I get that installed. So anyways, stay tuned. Make sure to come around next week. We got a lot of fencing to do, and I'm going to show you some new tools I got to make it a lot easier for me. So thanks for everybody for watching, and have a good one.